another study's hit the media correlating people who eat more red meat and saying they have an increased risk of developing heart disease. We've heard this before, so if we hear it again, must it be true? I'm Dr. Brett Scher, the medical director at DietDoctor.com, and fortunately, unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, no, just because you hear it time and time again doesn't make it true. And I wrote a post on this recently at DietDoctor.com, but the study was published in the BMJ. And actually, interestingly, when I wrote my report, Diet Doctor, I said, here comes another study that seems like all the others. And Adele Height jumped in and actually corrected me. And she said, actually, it is all the others. It's the same database. These authors and scientists keep mining this database for more information. But we have to be honest, the database is impressive. It's over 1 million person years. So that means you take the number of people, multiply it by the number of years that they've been followed, and it's over 1 million person years. So you can really find some potential differences there. And what they found was those who ate the most meat compared to those who ate the least amount of meat, the ones who had the most amount of meat had a slightly increased risk of heart disease. How much of an increased risk? Well, the hazard ratio was 1.28 for all red meat, and for each added serving was 1.12. Okay, now let's put that in perspective. I like to use these observational studies of smoking causing cancer as a benchmark, right? Because in those trials, the hazard ratio was 15 to 30. Not 1.15 or 1.30, but 15 to 30. Now we're talking about 1.2 and 1.12. So it really does put things into perspective. And anything less than 2 really has a pretty significant chance of just being statistical noise rather than a true association. But, I mean, this is the same observational weak data that we've seen time and time again with the food frequency questionnaires every 4 years, which is not a great way to get accurate data. And when you look at the baseline characteristics, there are clear differences. The people who ate more meat were more likely to smoke, more likely to be overweight. They ate 1,000 calories per day more than those who ate the least amount. They're more likely to drink alcohol, less likely to take a multivitamin. All of these are markers of people who are less healthy. It's not that eating meat made them eat 1,000 more calories or made them smoke or made them not exercise. Of course not. Just like we can't say that, we can't say eating more meat made them get heart disease either. They're confounding variables, they're healthy user bias, and they're poor quality studies. And I try not to get too frustrated about it because I understand it's poor quality. I know to ignore these studies, but I just hope most people do as well. Because when you see the headlines, look, a headline that says, well, in a study that wasn't very good quality that we can't really, make some conclusions of, that has lots of confounding variables, nobody's going to read that headline, right? So what headline do you see? Red meat causes heart disease is the headline you see. And that's what's frustrating. So we're trying to cut through that. We have a evidence-based guide on red meat that goes through all the evidence, multiple different sort of perspectives you can say on it. That's on our website at DietDoctor.com. Check that out. That's where you want to get evidence-based data put in perspective and not the catchy headline. So if you like red meat, please go eat it. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.